Hey guys, Tech Timmy here. So in this video, I am going to be doing an unboxing and also a review of the Keurig Elite coffee maker. And if you're wondering how can I do a review if it's still in the box, I haven't even used it yet, well, I had another one for 17 years, so I think I would say that qualifies me as a little bit of an authority on this. So without further ado, let's get it out of the box.
Oh boy, it's Tech Timmy time.
So before we get into the unboxing, I just wanted to show you this beauty that I have mixed feelings about parting with, because I have had this thing for 17 years. I'm 90% sure that this was their first Elite model, and this thing I bought in 2007 and used it every single day, and it just held up so well, like a champ. So, which is why I decided to go with the Elite model again. Very basic controls on this guy here. As you can see, I smart homed it out with the SwitchBot switch, and to basically turn it on automatically, either using ALEXA on my phone. And then this guy here was the old water. What do you call that? The thing where the water tube, water pitcher, water, whatever it was. And really, the only complaint I have about this is that I had to fill it frequently. But this one is, like I said, 17 years old, and I'm like a 2 to 3 cup of coffee a day guy, and so that's a whole lot of cups of coffee. Maybe I'll do the math and flash the number up on screen there. Three cups of coffee times 17 years, and then this thing here too has been awesome. So it's double-sided, and it basically holds your K-cups. I'll see if I can actually find this as well over at Amazon, as well as the new Keurig Elite. I'll drop some links down in the description, and stick around to the end of the video, and I'll give you my recommendations for my favorite K-cup coffee to buy. So yeah, so let's get the new one out of the box and take a look. Yeah, so definitely mixed feelings about the Keurig Elite. That other one, like I said, I've used it every day faithfully for 17 years, and the thing had no issues whatsoever. Towards the end, you might have actually seen when I demoed when I showed you a few seconds ago, that the water, I'm going to call it a water basket, the water reservoir, the thing you put the water in, had started to get some cracks across the top, so I can't really fill it up all the way because it will leak a little bit. That just happened the past few months, and I said, you know what, it's time. And the coffee actually tasted great. There was really no deterioration in the taste of the quality of the coffee after 17 years, which is just amazing. So I went and I bought the Elite again, and I have my new unboxing knife here that I've been dying to test out. It's been a minute since I did an unboxing video, so hopefully this is helpful for you guys. And yeah, like I said, I'll leave some links down below. I don't know if I mentioned this previously, but they are affiliate links, and all proceeds will go to help out the channel. So I'll include a link to this guy, as well as the K-cup holder that I showed you, and then I'll also include a link to my coffee recommendations. You have to stay to the end of the video for my recommendation on the best actual K-cups that you can buy. So, okay, all right, so we have a box within a box. All right, pet peeve alert. Hold on, let's see. So they do a nice job with branding, Keurig. And I like the fact that it's branded on the outside of the box, so you know what you're getting. And I'm just going to ever so carefully put this on the side so we can get out of the box the right way here for you guys. And then we'll just throw it on the floor, nothing else in there. And then, okay, so here we go. So the K-elite, so it has a strong brew button, which my other one didn't have. I like strong coffee, so that's cool. It'll also do iced coffee as well. So it has an iced coffee function, if you will. And I think it actually makes the coffee a little bit hotter if you're making iced, if you're making iced coffee, stronger. It makes the coffee a little bit stronger, because of course it's going to be diluted with those ice cubes. So it's actually smart enough to recognize that. So this is a smart coffee maker, and I'm hoping that the water holder, what the heck is that? If you guys know what you call that thing, drop a comment down below. Very aggravating. I can't remember that. I'm going to have to ask ChatGPT after I do this video. Brewing America's leading coffee brands. I wonder if they threw a few K-cups in here for good measure. I actually don't know the answer to that, but we're going to find out right now. Let's go. All right. So here we go. And the new knife is sharp. That's some pretty strong tape right there, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. All right, and already I see a coupon, 50% off pods. And so we have Starbucks, Dunkin', and Green Mountain. Could one of those be my favorite pick? You're gonna have to stay to the end of the video to find out. And then, okay, so welcome to the Keurig family. It helps your house into a coffee house, one perfect cup at a time. Find your perfect pod. Very cool. 50% off pods. Valid on Keurig.com on up to 5 boxes. Okay, so 50% off, that's nothing to sneeze at. I generally buy my K-Cups on Amazon because I feel like I save a ton of money doing that. So here's our documentation. Keurig, let's get brewing. Again, they do a nice job. I've done a lot of unboxing videos, and this is looks like a well-packaged item here. Okay, so Keurig, let's get brewing. K-elite, let's see if they have a little bitty type. Oh, well, the type is actually not too small. Read all instructions. Okay, so I will read the instructions. Although making a cup of coffee with a K-cup shouldn't really require too many instructions, right? Okay, not sure what's in here. Okay, this is it's one of the pieces made of plastic. And let's just take it out here. Oh, this may actually be a reservoir. But I'm not sure. So we're going to set this aside for now. And then there's something else in this bag. Let's see what's in here. And oh, that is a filter of some type. Okay, so this may go. It looks like that's going to fit in there somehow. But we'll wait on that and set that up in a minute. So I'm going to set that aside for now. Moment of truth, here we go. So this comes in a few different colors. I think one of them was the black color, silver, and I think I went with brushed silver, and there's another color as well, I can't remember. Might have been white. And the link that I have to Amazon basically will take you to the page that shows you all the different models. So, and it looks like my instinct is right to actually turn this on its side, because I believe this is going to be right side up. Now, in terms of more else in the box, there's nothing there. Just double sure. So nothing else in the box. And so here we go. So that's the way you want to unbox this thing, guys. It's actually tip it over on its side and slide it out, just like I did. And ooh, wow, upgrade alert. Hello. Whoa, oh no, I'm already breaking it. All right, so I know what that is. Wow. So first, right off the bat, I love the color. Definitely has an elegant look to it. This actually feels nice and solid, more solid than my other one. And then this guy, I'm gonna try and here, and that just goes like that. And then, so let me get the tape off. I'll actually fast forward the video as I'm getting all the tape off and so forth. But it does look like I'm gonna be able to get a heck of a lot more water in here. So this is the top of the reservoir, I'm guessing, and it looks like it is taped on here. So yeah, so that has, interesting. It's not a heck of a lot larger capacity than my other one, so it is what it is. Let's see if I can get this off. So my other one was detachable, and I would basically detach it and walk it over to the sink. I'm hoping this one is also detachable. And just in terms of reviewing that other one, I can't say enough good things about Keurig. This seems to be quite, and it does, it comes right off. There we go. So walk it over to the sink, fill it with your water. If you have good water, or sometimes I'll throw spring water in there as well. But this is very nice looking. Let me just see here. And it feels very solid. It feels like industrial strength solid. Okay, so I just went away and did a little bit of research for you guys. This is definitely the filter, and this whole contraption sticks in here. This is a charcoal filter that you need to insert into the filter plastic thing. I can't find my words today, but okay, here we go. So apparently this thing on the bottom, at least that's what I just saw comes out. Oh, there's things here that say press. So you want to press on the two sides, and then this should slide out, which does not come out easily though, does it? Hold on, let me just see. So press, yeah, and then it just pulls out. And then this guy, it doesn't really, you're not gonna really, you just need to eyeball it basically, but it sits in like that. So it just sits on there like so. And I don't know, let me see, is that? Nope, there's no stickums. So it sits in there just like that. And then we need to take this guy and put it back right over it. So this thing, we want the filter bouncing all around in there, right? So when you insert it back in there, it just stays in place and it goes nowhere. So basically, anytime that you are making a cup of coffee, the water gets filtered through this charcoal filter, which is nice. And I believe it's specific to the Elite. Don't quote me on that, but I do think that that's right. And then this whole thing, let's see, hopefully you can see. Try and zoom in a little bit for you guys here. That black piece right down in there, so the black thing, this basically goes into that guy, and so that when the water comes in through the unit, it will filter it. At least I think that's right. So let me just see if I'm doing this the right way here. Is it maybe that's right? Yep. Okay, and it does snap into place. Has a nice click to it. So this is not going anywhere. I probably should have taken this guy out just to show you, but so that's what it looks like inside, and that's not going to go anywhere. And now you're going to have filtered coffee, which is just epically cool. My old one, I don't think my old one had that at all, actually. So that's kind of nice. And then this guy is it's a little bit different than my other ones. It's taking me a couple of seconds to get used to here, and then that just pops back on like that. So very sweet. So next, and I'll just say that filter I ran under water for about 30 seconds. You want to rinse that off to get rid of any dust. It's like a charcoal filter, so you want to get rid of any of that extra charcoal dust in there, because you don't want that. It's not going to make your coffee taste good. So I would say do that. And then if you really want to go crazy, and I'll probably do this too, is wash this thing out thoroughly and in the sink. I don't know if you need to use soap and water, but I would give it a good rinse with just water. Okay, so I'm going to plug it in, and we'll take a look at the control panel next. All right, and we have power. Yay! Very cool. Up the top, so this is the power button. Power. That is to make the coffee button, I believe. So that heats up the water. Similar to my other one, but there's more going on here than my other one for sure. So easy iced coffee filled with ice, brew and enjoy. So that's a little sticker, and I think I'm going to leave that right there right now because it makes it look nice and new. And then so here is where your settings, a little gear icon, as you can see, is blinking like a blinking beacon there. So we want to change that, and I'm going to change it right now and be, according to my Apple Watch here, 6:57. Let's go backwards. It will. Yay! I love that. Okay, and then so this is the temperature of the coffee, and I saw, I believe it was the Next Cup of Coffee YouTube channel. Another Cup of Coffee YouTube channel, a coffee guy. Basically, all he does is talk about coffee. He recommends, back to the clock again, hit it again. There's a temperature. He recommends that you leave it at its highest setting, which is 192. So that's as high as it goes, and then it will continue to cycle through. Unless you're at high altitude, I don't know what that's about, but apparently high altitude is a thing with coffee. And then the next thing, this is basically a timer that will fire this thing up in the morning. Like I know for me, every morning, the first thing I do when I get out of bed, I walk into the kitchen, I manually hit that button. I got to go back in here again. I manually hit the button on my old machine. This is something that is specific, I think, also to the Elite, is that you can actually set it to on, and then you can set the time of day that you want this to start. I'm embarrassed to say I usually don't cut up bed until like 8:30, guys. So I'm going to set this for 8:15. Yep. Okay. And it's on. And that's basically it in terms of settings. That's all you need to do. And I believe now what will happen next here, if we say, okay, so 120 off, and okay, so that means that we are set up to have this automatically fire up in the morning for us, and we have our sun and the moon and the stars and everything else in the right time. It's behind by a minute, but I'll sync that up later, sorry. Just being my ridiculously anal retentive self here. And then in terms of the buttons that we have, strong, so there's a couple of indicators here. So this is basically all settings up here, the up, down, and that guy. But and then the settings we have, so a couple of indicator lights, add water, I love that, because my other one didn't have it. And then descale, which is a good idea, I would say, to do at first startup, run a bunch of hot water through it. I'm sorry, just run water through it, that's all. Not coffee, but water. So before you make your first cup of coffee, that is also a good tip to do. And then we have 3 different sizes here, basically. So, a bunch of different sizes, actually. So we have, I'm going to call it, so that's espresso. And then we have a regular size cup of coffee. And then I believe it's 6, 10, 12. And then, I don't know, I'm wrong. It's 8. I think it's 8, 10, 12 ounces. And then the larger one is for the iced coffee, where basically you can just, if you have a larger size cup, you can just remove that guy from down below there, and then you can put your larger size cup on there. And this is where the magic happens. Yeah, and I'm going to stop short of actually brewing a cup of coffee with this in this video, because that seems kind of silly, and I do really want to give this a good rinsing, as you should as well. Rinse the carbon filter, rinse the whole thing out, run water through it. I would say 3 or 4 cups should be fine. And then you're off to a fresh start, and you can enjoy your favorite delicious hot beverage that we all know and love as coffee. And oh yeah, I'm just going to run off and get my K-cup recommendation for you guys right now, which is these guys. So Lavazza is fun to say. And the best cup of coffee you'll ever have right there is the Perfetto. Short of, barista stuff. These are just the best K-cups, and they just taste amazing. And I will also leave an affiliate link over to Amazon to the Lavazza coffee and the deal that I get. I generally buy them in bulk, so I save a ton of money over time by buying those in bulk on Amazon. So yeah, guys, so that is basically it. So this is the Keurig K-elite coffee maker, and I hope this video helped you. If it did, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I appreciate it. Helps out the channel a lot. And subscribe for a fun take on tech. I do all sorts of videos, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.